All right, so welcome to today's class. Today we are going to use useState to change the state of this. When we click on home, it should remain in home. Like this underline will be here, because if I remove this mouse over now, you can see that the thing is, we don't even know which page we are. We cannot identify the page we are. If we go to menu now, we cannot identify if we are in menu or not. If we come to about, we can identify if we're in about or not when we remove this mouse over. So we're going to use useState to update it so that when we click on home, even though we remove this mouse, it will still remain in home. Right? So that's what we're going to do. So we'll head over to our nav. So this is our nav. So we're going to say const. Sorry, we're going to import useState. So import in curly brackets, use, so you look for it here, useState from React, right? So when you finish importing it, you come to this place where all the script is being written. You say constant active, then set active. So want to set it, let the initial state, useState, initial state be home. Mr. Momo, are you there?
I'm hearing you.
I want to change the initial state to home. So I don't know if you get this concept. So you know that if you go to any website, the initial thing there is always home.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why I'm setting the initial state of this stuff
Okay.
to be that's why I'm setting the initial this thing to be home. You understand?
I get.
Yeah. So now we're going to write a function. So we'll come here and say constant undo click. Undo click equals, so let's say let's say path equals to a function. So we're going to say set active path.
What does this code now does this set active part?
So we're saying that when you trigger this undo click in any button, let's say you click on this menu or anyone, when you trigger it, it should change this home now to a new path. I don't know if you get.
I get.
All right, so that is what it basically does. So the next thing we're going to do is to, inside each of the function, we're going to put undo click inside. So in this place now, this home, this first place, inside this link now, we're going to put undo click inside. So we're going to say on click. When we on click on it, it should run this function. So you have to be very careful. Let's put this stuff here. So put a function like this. So when we click on it, it should undo click. So the handle click for this first one is going to be a string. So in bracket, you put a string. So you can see this part here. So that means when we are in this part, when we click on this particular one, the path should be in this place here. This one will become active. Then you do the same thing for the second one. So you come to this other one, you do the same thing. So you say on click. What I'm going to do, let's just copy it so that it will be easier. So let's copy this on click. So here we're going to have menu. Okay, slash menu. Then we'll do the same thing here. We're going to have about. And we'll put it here. You are going to have menu, about, contact. All right. So now, if you want to add a style in React, if you want to add a style in React, you just have to come to this place. Let's start from here. So you put style equals to, because it's a React app. Normally, if you want to write your JavaScript, you write it here. Inside I told you before that in React, I don't know if you saw it, if you have watched the previous video, if you are writing a JavaScript inside from this return place in React, from after this return, if you're writing JavaScript inside, you must put it inside a curly bracket. For example, you cannot just come here and say const. It's not possible. It's going to give you error. Or you come inside div and be saying const. This is not possible. So you're going to put it inside a curly bracket here and do const. So you can see now it's giving us the right color. So that's what you're supposed to do. So because it's inside a kind of HTML, because this place now is for HTML code. So you're going to, if you want to write style now, you're not just going to write one curly bracket, you're going to put another curly bracket inside. Now you're going to put, now we want to change this styling. Let's first look at our previous styling. So take note that any style we put here is going to override the style we have put here before. So here in the link, this thing, we put a style here before. So whatever style you put is going to override it. So here we have a font size of 22 pixels. And we have, so we're going to ensure that before I do that, let me put color. Let me change the color. When you hover it, let me change the color. Something like this. So let's save see here at least. So this one is better so that the color will be like this. All right. All right. Okay, so let's go back. So that means when we click on each of the button, we want these stuffs to happen, or this thing here. Or I don't know. Let's change only the color first. Let's change only the color first. All right, so we're going to go back to our JavaScript code in our navbar. So we're going to say when we inside the style, we're going to say font weight or font size. So I'm going to say font size. After writing the font size, you're going to give a colon. Now, this is a form of if statement. It's a form of if statement, not normal if statement. Let me give you the format. See the format here. See the format. You're going to say is active. So if this thing is true, it should do this stuff. Then if it's not true, no, you're going to put, yeah, you're going to do this stuff. Then if it's not true, you put a comma, you should do this stuff. You understand? So that's what we're going to do. So you come here and say font size. So you say if font size is active. So if active is equals, no, now font size, now if active is equals to this part. You understand? Remember, we set an initial part that is this slash. Now we are saying now that if this output is equals to this part, now we are using 3 equal to. It means strict. Normally it's 2 we use, but 3 means you are strictly saying that if the active is equal to this 1, so when you are done with this, you put your question mark. You put your question mark. When you are done putting your question mark, you now put a string. So inside this string is where you are going to write your code. So you are saying font size, if active is equals to this, then it should do this. So inside here now, you're going to put the font size you want to put. So let's check the font size in our index.js. So if you go to index.js now, you can see this font size here, 22 pixels. So let's put it there. So let's copy, okay, we're just putting 22 pixels. So just put 22 pixels there. So inside here, you put 22 pixels. So when you're done putting 22 pixels, so if this thing is not, if it's not correct, you put a column here, then put another string and check the normal size. So the normal size we have before is, okay, the size is even different. Font size, okay. Okay, I think it's smaller. Smaller, all right. So here is 20, okay, we're right here, 22 pixels. Then this place here is 20 pixels. So we're not saying that if you click on this one, when you click on it, and then the active is equals to this particular part, let the size be 22 pixels. This will be 20. Be 22 pixels. Else, let it remain in 22 pixels. So let us test run this one first. So you can see now that as you click on it now, the size change. Let me add other things so that we can have a significant change. All right, so after putting the 22 pixel, let's have a comma. Let me increase this place so that let me decrease here very well. I want to see a significance so that we'll be able to see what we are doing very well. So let me reduce it very well to 18 pixel. right? So let it be in 80 pixel. So now let's come to this second place. Now all this thing that is here now, let's copy everything. So copy these stars. But when you copy these stars, you come to this place here. Inside this routing place, put it here. Now what you're going to change, you change here to menu. Change here to menu. Then come to this place again. And put it inside here. Then change here to about. Then come to this place again. Then change here to contact. So I think we have error somewhere. All right, so this curly bracket not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. So that error is fixed. So let's save and see. So if we come initially, you can see that home is small, right? Initially, home is small. So we know that we are in home. So when you click on another one, menu, home is going to change and the menu will be small. When you click on about will be small and the rest will be big. When you click on contact, contact will be small and the rest, you understand, will be changed. So you can add other function, but this is the basics. So I don't know if you really understand this stuff.
I understood it.
Yeah, so it's about useState. So it's just useState. Let me just go over it again. So you can see now that first of all, we imported useState from React, then we set active to home. That means the normal path initially will be set to home. That will be the normal path. That means the default path. Yeah. So now we now set active path. We now set active to path. You understand? So we now came here and said in the style, if active is equals to this, it should be 18 pixel. X, it should be 22 pixel. And we know we have already set the default path to home. You understand? So this is React router. So you do your own and ensure your own is working. Like so, if you refresh, it's supposed to start from home. So you can see now I refresh now. It's supposed to start from home. So I refresh, home is not working. Initially, I'm supposed to have home, but home is not working. Do you know why? You see, all of them are the same sizes. Normally, it's supposed to be like this. Home will be like, but when I refresh, I want if I enter the website, because every website starts from the home page. If it does not have a login and sign up page, by default, it starts from the home page. But in this routing stuff now, if it's only when I click on it, I will actually be working. But I want when I just enter, the default this thing will be home. So the problem is in this place. We set this initial place to home, but there's nothing called home. Are you getting the point? Look at the part here. The part here is normal, is this one here. Are you getting it?
I
See
get.
the part here is not home. So the part is this slash. So let's change it to slash. So the initial one is slash. So let's save now. The thing should be initially there. So you can see now, even when we refresh, it will still remain like that. It will be working. Understand? So now the routing is working properly. So so that is it for this thing, this particular use state. So the next one we're going to talk about is prop. Now there are this thing about to end. There are two kind of props. There are two kind of props. We have normal props. Now, if you come to app.js, this place that is routing everything. If you come to app.js, you can come to this home here, inside this home, and say message equals to, you put this thing and say, you put a curly bracket and say message. So in this place here, I'm going to do constant message. So let's say, welcome to my website. Wait. Okay. Sorry. All right. Okay, so now inside this home, in this place, you can have message equals to a curly bracket, message. So in this place, just as we did before, constant message, welcome to my website. So now you can see now that we have put the message inside home. So we want home to, it's as if it's called contest. You are sending a contest. That is, you are writing message now, right? Here, you defined it here. So you now put it inside this home. So you want to receive it in the home router. So let us save it here. So you want to receive it in the home router. All you need to do is to come to home. Now, when you come to this home, inside this place, you put something called props. Now, when you put props here, you can come to this place here, come to this place and say, you put a bracket here, then you do props dot message. So you put delete this home. So you're going to see now that this message I will put there is going to show. We did not spell the message where message. So that stuff, that message you put there is going to work. So let's come here now. Let's go to home. So you can see now, welcome to our website. So I just want to introduce props. In our next class, we're going to go deeper on props. Then after talking about props, I think that should be all for basics of React. Then we'll go into building our to-do list, to-do app. So you can see how we route this stuff now. We put this stuff here from the app.js. All you need to do is, this one will do it because maybe we want to have other, we want to put it here, we want to put the same thing here now. Eh? Sorry. Maybe we want to put the same thing here, and they want to put the same thing here, want to put the same thing here, so that you not be doing it manually. That's why we use props, so that you not be doing things manually. You can be doing it step by step. So this is first method of using props. So if for example now you have let's say you are building a website that you have different categories of stuff. Let's say you have men category, you have children category, and you have women category. So you can use this kind of stuff to do it. You can just put category here. Now, so you put the category here.
Mm.
So I don't know if you get. So that is just the basic of pros. But you know this particular pros, right? Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it before.
So what kind of prop is now confusing you?
It's like the usage. That is what I.
Okay, the
But the one
usage.
I saw from.
Okay. The
Yes.
usage is to, okay, we're going to use it, though we'll use it in a to-do list. The usage is, especially if you are building e-commerce website that have different categories, so that instead of you to be
Yeah.
writing the different categories in each of the different page, you can just come here. You can just come to this place and put constant categories.
Mm.
You put the categories here. Understand? So let's say
Yeah.
these are the different categories, Abi. And this first category is men. Let me just show you one example. This category is men category. This place is child category. And this place is women category. So all you need to do is just import categories. Come to home. and do categories equals to categories. Are you there now? So categories is also categories. Now, instead of me to be now
So
let's say
the, wait, is it that the categories in the curly bracket is the props gongon, then this category outside is the array name?
like let's say why I define three array. Let's assume here you are talking about menu. You need something for menu
Yeah.
here. Here you need something for about here. You need something for women here. All you need to do is to come to this place. Instead of you to be putting categories, you just say categories equals to categories dot
Okay.
in first index is what? Zero. Abi? First index is
Yeah.
in
Yes.
array is zero. Let's say you need this
Yeah.
men for this first place, and you need this other one for this second place. Then you need this women for this third place. You understand? So you now be putting them one by
Yeah.
one. So you to not be writing them in each of the page. You can just easily import
Okay.
all of them. Did you understand it?
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
So that is this is like the basic use of it. They have other complex use, but it's like the basic use. So that here now you cannot say categories dot men. So you cannot say category dot men here. Then you cannot come to this place, categories dot child, category dot women. Then you now display it in each of the various pages. And so that is the use of props. I don't know if you like if you grab it.
I understood what you are saying.
All right. So I'm going to end this video. So there's one video I did before. I will send both of them together.
Okay.
Mm. All right, now let's stop here for
Okay.
today. Good night.
Okay. Now, good night. Yeah.